I've taken the position many years ago that I'd much rather be poor than to sit in prison for any amount of time. I also live with a concept that some people who are subscribed to me may not agree with. Luxury is overrated. And there's no amount of luxury that's going to put me behind bars. I'm just not going to do it. So y'all see this article, right? So I'm going to give you the story. This guy was a sheriff. Prior to he was in Indiana, he was stated to be an upstanding state trooper for 22 years. And his career really took a nosedive once he became sheriff, because that's when he started embezzling vacations, tanning, using deputies, I think, or lower ranking officers as his errand boy on working hours, something you're not supposed to do because you're beholden to the taxpayers, I think, in your particular state or county. $200,000 in tuition and fees for school for 2 out of his 3 daughters, because only one was charged. Luxury's overrated, folks. I don't know too many people that's probably listening to me right now that would say it would be worth it to go to prison over this stuff. But man, some people take keeping it in the family real. See, I'm not using this story to call people out or to pick at certain type of people. This is what I want everybody to get out of this. And I think most of my listeners grasp this concept and understand it. Don't get so caught up in this lie called the American dream that you are willing to go to prison because you need to keep up appearances. Because time and time again, these people commit these type of crimes and assume that they are above the law and that they're not going to be held accountable and that no one's going to catch them. You see, the problem with that is that when you are that higher ranking, somebody's going to notice that you're doing something you don't have any business doing, right? Because your daughter's still in the prime of her life and can be facing prison time. 27 years old is a sucky time to be going to prison over this, but she was old enough to know better. We know that this type of corruption is the reason that no one trusts any of their leaders, period. Not even their mayors, not even their city council men and women. This is why no one trusts you. But again, that's not what this conversation's about. I've personally believed for many years that the concept of luxury is an extremely underrated concept, and this is why. This story serves as an example. Because he was once on the show A&E, and when some people get that 15 minutes of fame and they don't realize that that 15 minutes has passed, they want to extend it for as long as they possibly can, no matter who gets hurt in the process. Which means someone like this family was waiting for their chances for years. Y'all got to go read about the fact that he even got another woman pregnant and has got to pay child support right now and was using the volunteer firefighters' money, I think, to pay that child support. I could be wrong about that. Go read the article. And I know it's tacky to put people's business out there, and I rarely do that. If you read the article, you'll find out anyway. The crux of this and the point of this whole story is not to call somebody's business out. It's to let you know that a lot of people who are in your presence with flashy cars, nice houses, talking about the vacations they went on, will rarely tell you behind the scenes what they've done to get those things. Because see, on the surface, we tell ourselves that it's a free country. They got the money. They should be able to go. And yeah, you're right. They should. But you could be living right next door to somebody who's living off their so-called dream off of the expense of other people. And that does matter. And in an election year, when you got people doing things like this, You can't get mad at people for not trusting the system because the system continues to rob them blind to their face while smiling at them. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to change this. We're going to change that. Nothing changes for you, but they're hanging out on the Amalfi Coast having a good time. They're on safari in Africa having a good time. They're in Ireland kissing the Blarney Stone. They're at the Great Wall of China. They're in Dubai living it up and taking photos and selfies and doing that pouty lip thing that make them look like they constipated. I never understood that, and I am a millennial. That's stupid. Though some people say I'm Gen Z, that ain't the point. Okay. People need to start to take the position that luxury is overrated. There's no amount of luxury that amounts to you going to prison, but to these people, they'll risk going to prison even to say that they spent your money to have a good time. This is how desperate people are getting for this American dream and to keep up appearances. They don't care what they take from you. So for those people who call out the American dream, I don't blame you. See, this is why that show American Greed is so addictive. Because it displays the absolute desperation that some people will have to take what you worked for or to pretend to have your best interest when they really don't. So when we continue to distrust you, don't get mad. Suck it up and know that it's you and not us.